The next day, we got up bright and early. Well, early for us, which meant it was around 11 a.m. Before going to bed last night, we had booked a bus tour to visit some of Taiwan's most famous spots. But first, we desperately needed caffeine. On the way back to the hotel, we spotted a street stand selling Taiwanese egg pancakes. The pancake was $35, and we added cheese for an extra $10, making it a total of $45. Since we had some time, we stopped by a convenience store near our hotel to grab water and snacks before heading back to eat in our rooms while waiting for our tour bus. Thankfully, the bus stop was right in front of our hotel. The sky was cloudy as we set off, and we had 4 stops planned for the day. It was an interesting ride, and it wasn't long until we reached our first stop, which was Yehliu Geopark. Yehliu Geopark is a stunning natural site known for its unique rock formations. Near the entrance, there was a replica of the Queen's Head, one of the park's most famous formations. We first stopped by the Heart Rock, and later we saw the sea candles. Guards were stationed to ensure visitors stayed within the designated walking paths. We made it as far as the Queen's Head, which really does look like a queen's profile. Due to the weather, we skipped the third section of the park where fewer formations are located and instead found a cozy cafe and bookstore nearby. Since the wind and rain made exploring difficult, we didn't get to see every rock formation, but it was still fascinating to witness how nature has sculpted these landscapes over thousands of years. Before leaving, we stopped by a small market near the exit and picked up some dried fish snacks. Once back on the bus, we munched on our sandwiches and dried fish before heading to our next stop. Our next destination was Shifen Waterfall. It is often called the Little Niagara of Taiwan due to its wide cascade and powerful flow. To reach the waterfall, we had to cross a suspension bridge, which tested my fear of heights, especially when it started swaying. Along the way, we passed a Hindu-Buddhist shrine decorated with horse statues, as well as several fruit stalls, grilled sausage vendors, and souvenir shops. Finally, we arrived at Taiwan's largest waterfall, standing 20 meters tall and 40 meters wide. It's famous for the misty spray it creates as it crashes into the river below. Next, we visited Shifen Old Street, which is a historic railway town known for its still functioning train tracks running through the middle of the street, and the ride there was very short. One of the main attractions here is sky lantern releasing. Each lantern color represents something different. Red is for health and peace, blue is for career and promotion, pink for happiness and joy, yellow for wealth and prosperity. A single color lantern cost $200, but we opted for a 4-color one for $250, so we can write different wishes on each side. We were curious about what happens to the lanterns after they float away. Our guide explained that local elders collect the lantern remnants for recycling, and they are compensated for their work, which helps support the local economy. However, I later read online that there are still environmental concerns about the sky lanterns since not all parts are biodegradable. We also tried grilled chicken wings stuffed with rice, which our guide kindly pre-ordered for us. I thought it was just okay. Maybe it would have been better if it was warm since ours had gone cold by the time we ate it. Our final stop on this tour was Jiufen, a famous mountain town often compared to the setting of Spirited Away by Hayao Miyazaki. The narrow, winding streets, misty atmosphere, and red lanterns hanging from buildings gave it a nostalgic and magical feel. Since it was raining, I was extra careful on the stone steps, but we carefully made our way down. Finding the famous staircase took a bit of navigation. You have to walk down and turn right at a sign with an arrow pointing 50 meters ahead, and you'll see it. There's also a public restroom nearby, which is good to know if you plan to explore for a while. We passed by the A-Mei Tea House, which is one of Jiufen's most well-known spots. It looked beautiful, but it was so crowded that we decided to keep walking and explore further. Since it was getting late, many shops were already closed, but we still managed to pick up a few snacks. we got Taiwanese nugget crackers. And since I love tea, I had to try the Dongfang Meiren, a special type of oolong tea. It was the perfect way to wrap up our visit to Jiufen. By the time we got back, we were starving. We found a restaurant called Yilan Daxi Port Fresh Seafood Stir Fry. We found it on Google Maps and saw that it had good reviews. Since we had spent the whole day snacking but hadn't had a full meal, we ordered a lot of food. And of course, before heading back to the hotel, we end the day with a foot massage.